11th March 2025, Tokyo. A female streamer was walking through the quiet streets of Shinjuku, live streaming on her phone. The winter had just ended in Japan, but the early morning still carried a slight chill. It was around 9:15 a.m., and the usually busy streets were relatively empty. Most people were already at work or school. This streamer, engrossed in her broadcast, didn't notice when a man dressed completely in black suddenly stood in front of her. And that man wasn't there for a friendly reason. In Japan, while Twitch dominates the US and YouTube is popular in Asia, a live streaming platform called HuWatch, or FewWatch in Japanese, is where most Japanese creators stream various types of content. One such creator was Airi Sato, better known as Ai Mogami. She started streaming when she was just 17, aiming to entertain others with her kind and fun personality. Over time, her streams grew in popularity, from just a handful of viewers to thousands tuning in live. Her content often involved chatting with fans and doing fun challenges. She began collaborating with other creators and quickly became a top creator on HuWatch. On the platform, creators earned badges based on popularity, like ranks in a video game, and Mogami had earned the Platinum badge, the highest tier. She was almost a celebrity on HuWatch. In 2024 alone, she earned 3 to 4 lakh yen monthly through donations. Her fan base kept growing, but her tight-knit community of loyal supporters remained unchanged. Fans who watched every stream, no matter the time. Among these fans was one particularly obsessed viewer named Mogami Love, which means genuine love or extreme love in Japanese. Mogami Love discovered Mogami's HuWatch profile in December 2022, and it changed his life. His real name was Kenichi Takano, a 42-year-old who sold anime figurines to make a living. He had only 2 hobbies: playing games on his Nintendo and watching Mogami's streams. He began watching her every day. Her voice became essential background noise to avoid his own thoughts, a common phenomenon for people feeling deeply lonely, like mukbangs or comforting YouTube content. Mogami made him feel like he wasn't alone. To support her, Kenichi began donating every spare yen he had, sometimes up to 100,000 yen per month, about $700, even if it meant going broke. Naturally, these massive donations caught Mogami's attention, and eventually, she messaged him personally. They began chatting online, a popular Japanese messaging app. Despite now being in contact with her directly, Kenichi continued sending donations, viewing it as a show of loyalty. Over the years, Mogami's content evolved, as any creators must, to keep her audience engaged. She recently planned an IRL live stream walking around Yamanote area, performing small challenges along the way. She announced the event on her HuWatch profile. The date, 11th March 2025. On the morning of March 11th at 9:15 a.m., Mogami attached her phone to a tripod, opened her HuWatch app, and adjusted the stream settings. She titled the stream, "Walking a Full Loop of Yamanote Line," and hit Go Live. Her followers were thrilled. They had been anticipating this stream. As she greeted viewers and discussed the weather, more people joined. Soon, 6,500 people were watching. Around 9:30 a.m., she reached a street lined with schools and office buildings. It was mostly empty due to the time of day. She casually interacted with fans, smiling and excited about the stream. But watching her from 2 hours away in Oyama was a man named Kenichi Takano, aka Mogami Love. Kenichi was a quiet, lonely, 42-year-old man, someone who could never say no to anyone. His professional and personal life had never really taken off. He was still single, friendless, and withdrawn. To him, Mogami was the only light in his life. When he saw she was going to be live just 2 hours away, he got excited. He planned to go to Shinjuku, not as a fan, but for something far more sinister. Kenichi tracked Mogami's location by identifying landmarks and background visuals from her live stream. Eventually, he reached her location. She was right ahead, tripod in hand, talking into her camera. He couldn't believe the girl he had adored through a screen was now right in front of him. But instead of love in his eyes, there was anger and hatred. At 9:50 a.m., Mogami's live stream was still running. Viewers commented enthusiastically, suggesting food, praising her energy. She laughed and replied, unaware that danger was mere seconds away. A man in full black appeared before her. Black clothes, black hat, white mask. Only his eyes were visible, and from those eyes, Mogami immediately recognized him. It was Kenichi, Mogami Love. Before she could speak or react, Kenichi pulled out a knife, one he had brought from home, and began stabbing her repeatedly on her head, neck, and chest. She screamed for help. She begged for her life, but there were few people around. The 6,500 viewers watching the stream were powerless. They could only see the horror unfold on their screens. People first assumed it was a prank or staged content, but as blood splattered across the screen, the truth became horrifyingly clear. Kenichi looked directly at the camera, hatred seething in his eyes. He stabbed her a total of 30 times, and even when she collapsed, he continued attacking her head. Then, looking into the camera, he asked, "Are you dead yet?" Some people nearby did hear her screams and rushed over, but by the time they arrived, it was too late. Kenichi stood there calmly, looking down at her body. People assumed he was just another passerby. No one suspected he was the killer. But when the police arrived, they found the bloody knife at his feet and bloodstains on his clothes. When asked, "Did you do this?" Kenichi calmly confessed. As he was taken away, he muttered, "Things weren't working between us. She never gave my money back." Mogami was gone, killed on camera in front of thousands. Her murder soon made headlines across Japan. At first, people sympathized deeply with her, but as details emerged, especially about her private conversations with Kenichi, public opinion began to split. Why? It turned out that Mogami had borrowed large sums of money from Kenichi, asking for favors under various false pretenses. In September 2022, she said she forgot her wallet and needed cash, promising to return it. Later, she claimed she was forced to open champagne at a host club, needing Kenichi to cover 100,000 yen. She even told him she might have cancer or that her sister ran away with her money. Kenichi believed her every time. He sent money each time, hoping she'd repay him. Mogami knew his financial condition. She even encouraged him to borrow more from loan sharks when he ran out of funds. Eventually, Kenichi filed a legal case in 2023. The court ruled in his favor and ordered Mogami to repay 2.5 million yen, but Mogami ignored him. She lived lavishly, taking trips, living in a fancy apartment, posting everything online, yet never paid him back. Kenichi saw all of it. He begged her to pay just 10,000 yen monthly, enough to repay his debt slowly, but she ignored his texts. In January 2024, she blocked him. Finally, on March 7th, 2025, he messaged her one last time, "Please return my money. I'm drowning in debt. I can't live like this anymore." No reply. Then he saw her live stream announcement post, and something inside him snapped. And the rest you already know. Today, Kenichi Takano is under arrest, awaiting sentencing. Japan remains divided. Some argue that Mogami used and manipulated him. Others believe nothing justifies murder. Yes, Kenichi was deceived, manipulated, and abandoned. But does that give anyone the right to take a life? In my opinion, absolutely not. This was the tragic case of Kenichi Takano, a man who lost everything, and Ai Mogami, a girl whose unchecked greed ultimately cost her life. Please remember, keep your boundaries clear online. And with that, we come to the end of this true story. I'll see you soon with another real and unforgettable tale. Until then, take care and goodbye.